The Red Sea, a body of water steeped in history, myth, and now modern-day tension. From above, its azure expanse stretches out, a seemingly endless canvas of tranquility. But beneath the surface and along its shores, a complex drama unfolds. Ancient crossroads, vital artery. For millennia, the Red Sea has served as a crucial maritime link, connecting civilizations and facilitating trade between East and West. Spices, silks, and precious metals once traversed these waters, shaping economies and influencing cultures. Today, massive cargo ships continue this legacy, carrying goods that fuel the global economy. And now, a flashpoint. The strategic importance of the Red Sea has made it a region of intense geopolitical interest, drawing in major world powers and creating a volatile environment. For centuries, it connected Europe, Asia, and Africa. The Red Sea's unique position makes it a critical juncture for global commerce, a maritime Silk Road of the modern era. Its waters touch upon diverse nations, each with its own interests and ambitions. But today, tension hangs over its brilliant blue waters. The beauty of the Red Sea belies the underlying currents of conflict and instability that plague the region. Geopolitical rivalries, regional disputes, and the threat of terrorism cast a long shadow over these vital shipping lanes. The beauty here is undeniable, but so is the danger. The presence of heavily armed vessels and the constant threat of attack serve as a stark reminder of the risks involved in navigating these waters. Drones, missiles, and warships now patrol these historic sea lanes, a constant vigil against potential threats. These are not merely symbols of power, they are active participants in a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, protecting vital trade routes and deterring aggression. Every ship in flight is part of a delicate balance, where a single incident can ripple across the globe. The interconnectedness of the modern world means that even a small disruption in the Red Sea can have far-reaching consequences, impacting supply chains, energy prices, and international relations. Imagine guiding a container ship through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, or gazing from a cruise liner at the rugged coasts of Yemen and Eritrea. Always aware these are contested waters, the beauty of the landscape is juxtaposed with the knowledge that you are sailing through a region fraught with peril, where the threat of piracy, terrorism, and geopolitical conflict is ever present. Military vessels from around the world are a constant reminder of the fragility of peace. Their presence is both a deterrent and a symbol of the international community's commitment to maintaining stability in this vital waterway. The safety of these waters affects prices and decisions far beyond these shores. From the cost of goods in your local supermarket to the stability of global energy markets, the Red Sea's security has a direct impact on the lives of people around the world. Here, the journey is about navigating geopolitical currents as much as following a map. Captains and crews must be not only skilled seafarers but also astute observers of the political landscape, constantly adapting to changing conditions and potential threats. In early 2025, a single incident would bring this simmering conflict to a dramatic boiling point for one American pilot. A routine patrol, a moment of miscalculation, and suddenly, the delicate balance of power in the Red Sea would be threatened. The world would soon be watching, as the fate of a pilot, and perhaps the stability of an entire region, hung in the balance. The Red Sea, a place of beauty and peril, was about to become the center of a global crisis. To understand the Red Sea's turmoil, look south to Yemen, the Houthis' stronghold. Once a revivalist movement, the Houthis now control much of Yemen, wielding advanced missiles and drones with Iranian support. Their slogan, "Death to America, Death to Israel," drives attacks on shipping and military targets, framed as resistance against foreign interference. Their grip on Yemen's western coast gives them power over a global choke point, drawing direct U.S. military response. In this volatile standoff, a direct confrontation was inevitable. February 19, 2025, another tense day over the Red Sea. A U.S. Air Force F-16 patrols high above, ensuring freedom of navigation. Suddenly, a surface-to-air missile launches from Houthi territory, targeting the jet. This is a bold escalation. The Houthis are now targeting U.S. fighter pilots, not just ships or drones. The attack signals a leap in their capabilities and a new willingness to challenge American air power. On the same day, a U.S. drone is also targeted. Proof this is a coordinated strategy. The world's attention snaps to this narrow stretch of water and sky. The question, how will the U.S. respond to this direct, dangerous challenge? For the F-16 pilot, in the heat of aerial combat, everything shrinks. The world outside, the vast expanse of the sky, fades into the background. All that remains is the cockpit, a confined space filled with blinking lights and the urgent, piercing warning tone of a missile lock. It's a sound that every fighter pilot dreads, a signal of imminent danger. In that critical moment, conscious thought gives way to instinct and training. Years of rigorous preparation kick in, transforming the pilot into a finely tuned machine. The response is immediate, violent, evasive maneuvers, pushing the aircraft to its absolute limits. Every fraction of a second counts. Chaff and flares are deployed in rapid succession, creating a cloud of confusion for the incoming missile. A desperate attempt to break its lock. The jet twists and turns, a blur of motion against the sky, a high-stakes dance of survival. The pilot fights to maintain control, battling against the forces trying to tear the aircraft apart. It's a duel of technology and human skill, a contest between the missile's sophisticated guidance systems and the pilot's quick thinking and reflexes. The pilot is pushing both body and machine to the absolute limit, demanding every ounce of performance from the F-16. G-forces press hard, threatening to overwhelm the pilot. The world blurs at the edges of vision, and tunnel vision starts to creep in. Every second counts in this life-or-death struggle. A moment of hesitation could be fatal. The missile, confused by the countermeasures and the erratic maneuvers of the F-16, struggles to maintain its lock. Finally, it loses its lock and veers away, its deadly pursuit thwarted. The warning tone ceases, replaced by the heavy silence of relief. The pilot survives, but the encounter leaves an indelible mark. This moment is a stark reminder, a chilling testament to the ever-present dangers of modern aerial warfare. It highlights the risks faced daily in these contested skies, where the line between peace and conflict is razor-thin. The F-16, battered but not broken, returns home, its mission accomplished, its pilot safe, for now. But the incident marks a turning point, a shift in the strategic landscape. The Red Sea is no longer just a strategic waterway, a vital artery for global trade. It's a battleground, a theater of operations where nations vie for power and influence, where the stakes are constantly escalating. The stakes have never been higher, the potential for miscalculation greater. The Red Sea, once a symbol of commerce and connection, now stands as a volatile flashpoint in a world on edge. The Red Sea is a global economic artery. 12% of seaborne trade, 10% of oil, 8% of LNG pass through here. Disruption sends shockwaves worldwide. Rerouted ships mean higher costs, delays, and rising prices for everyone. The region's stability underpins not just trade, but tourism. Resorts, cruise lines, and local economies depend on safe passage. The F-16 incident and Houthi attacks turned this vital corridor into a high-risk zone. Insurance premiums soared, companies rerouted, and tourism plummeted. The Red Sea, once a symbol of connection, became a symbol of risk. The world felt the impact instantly. The near miss of the F-16. It wasn't just a close call, it was a stark warning, a signal flare illuminating the fragility of global stability. This single event, a missile narrowly missing its target, triggered a chain reaction that reverberated across continents. It was a geopolitical earthquake. The tremor shook the foundations of international trade, security alliances, and diplomatic relations. News headlines screamed of escalating tensions, and the world held its breath, wondering what would come next. The U.S. and its allies, recognizing the gravity of the situation, escalated their military presence in the region. Forces were mobilized, strategies were reassessed, and the gears of defense began to turn with renewed urgency. More warships patrolled the waters, their presence a visible deterrent and a promise of protection. The naval buildup was a clear message. Attacks on international shipping lanes would not be tolerated. More patrols were initiated, covering every inch of the critical waterways. These patrols served as an early warning system, designed to detect and intercept any potential threats before they could materialize. New rules of engagement were swiftly implemented, granting commanders greater latitude to respond to hostile actions. The aim was to ensure a swift and decisive response to any future provocations, minimizing the risk to civilian vessels and military personnel. For global shipping companies, the risk of traversing the Red Sea became simply too great to bear. The potential for further attacks, the rising insurance premiums, and the uncertainty of the situation forced them to make a difficult choice. Major shipping lines, giants of the maritime industry, made the unprecedented decision to suspend all Red Sea transits. This was a seismic shift, a clear indication of the severity of the threat and the potential consequences for global trade. Instead, vessels were rerouted around the Cape of Good Hope in Africa, adding thousands of miles and weeks to their journeys. This detour, while safer, came at a significant cost, impacting delivery times and increasing transportation expenses. This sudden shift in shipping routes created chaos in ports around the world. Terminals struggled to cope with the influx of vessels, leading to bottlenecks and delays. Port congestion became the new normal, with ships waiting days, even weeks, to unload their cargo. The ripple effects of these delays spread throughout the global supply chain. Shortages of essential goods began to appear on store shelves, and consumers felt the pinch as prices rose worldwide. The economic impact of the missile strike was becoming increasingly apparent. The tourism industry suffered a significant blow as well. Travelers, wary of the escalating tensions, canceled their trips to the region. Cruise lines, facing plummeting bookings, made the difficult decision to cancel their routes through the Red Sea and surrounding areas. Resorts that once thrived on tourism saw their bookings collapse, leaving hotels and beaches eerily vacant. The vibrant energy of these destinations was replaced by an unsettling quiet. The missile incident fundamentally changed the security calculus, forcing nations to reassess their vulnerabilities and rethink their defense strategies. It demonstrated that non-state actors like the Houthis now possess the capability to disrupt global systems and inflict significant economic damage. This realization sent shockwaves through the international community. The incident highlighted the effectiveness of proxy warfare, where conflicts are fought through surrogates, often with devastating consequences for regional stability and global security. Local conflicts, once seen as isolated events, now had the potential to send shockwaves worldwide, disrupting trade, fueling inflation, and exacerbating geopolitical tensions. Diplomats around the world realized that instability in one region could quickly upend the entire global order, threatening the delicate balance of power and the foundations of international cooperation. One missile, a single act of aggression, had made the world feel smaller, more interconnected, and ultimately, more vulnerable. And undeniably, more dangerous. The illusion of stability had been shattered, replaced by a palpable sense of unease and uncertainty. The future of the Red Sea, a vital artery of global trade, was suddenly uncertain, hanging in the balance as the world grappled with the implications of this single fateful event. For travelers, the Red Sea's allure is now shadowed by risk. Airlines rerouted flights, adding distance to avoid conflict zones. Cruise operators canceled or altered itineraries, prioritizing safety over classic routes. Travelers must now weigh adventure against safety, checking advisories and understanding the region's geopolitics. The dream of exploring ancient wonders and vibrant reefs remains, but with heightened caution. The line between dream destination and global hotspot has never been thinner. Awareness is now as essential as a passport. Behind every headline is a human story. For the F-16 pilot, it was a brush with death. For sailors and civilians, daily anxiety. Yemenis endure war and famine, their suffering deepened by every escalation. In Egypt and Jordan, empty hotels and quiet beaches mean lost livelihoods. The true cost of conflict is measured in fear, uncertainty, and lost opportunities. These stories are all connected by the troubled Red Sea. Understanding them is key to seeing the real impact of crisis. Despite the danger, hope endures in the Red Sea. Its people and history are resilient, and the desire for peace runs deep. Lasting stability requires more than military might. It needs diplomacy and addressing root causes. The goal: transform the Red Sea from a front line to a shared space for commerce and culture. Responsible tourism, when safe, can help rebuild shattered economies and foster understanding. The hope is for a future where only sunsets light the sky, not missiles. The journey to peace is long, but essential. The Red Sea's calm is a treasure worth fighting for.